As well from on the plains at Auburn, Alabama. So we're ready to go. Winner moves on. Loser's season comes to an end. Nelia Peralta, the shortstop for the Tigers, stepping in. We are ready to roll.
Now batting number.
All right, here we go. Final game of the day. First pitch on the way from Bell Sargent. This elimination game, it is a strike and off we go. Popped up out in the shallow left field. And just into foul territory. Makes the catch. That's the way the game begins.
Division I softball, and every pitcher you face is like the one best pitcher you face, maybe in high school. Travel ball, but she has made it look easy.
Chops that into the ground at shortstop, and Rivera making the play. Alana Rivera.
The 1-2 punch for the South Florida Bulls. Peyton Dixon being the other one, but no surprise they've turned to Sargent. More down in the zone. You think about the Auburn hitters, they like to elevate the ball.
Before joining the Bulls last season. It's that deep towards left center field, and it's into the trees. And KK McCrary having herself a day, picking up right where she leaves off from the earlier win against RMU. And cranks her 10th home run of the season.
It's what they do. And after working herself back into a full count, this pitch is left right over the heart of the plate. KK McCrary does not miss. She is on time. It was a no-doubter. The outfielders for South Florida just watching it. They didn't even make an effort out there. Last year, I got too frustrated. I got frustrated all the time. I'd get angry if I didn't pitch well. I mean, after having so much success at the junior college level, again, it's another adjustment when you get to the Division I level, and kind of took herself out of some better at managing that expectation and controlling her emotions.
Smee Nelson getting the start at first base. She takes it to the back, 3 unassisted to retire the side. But
catch South Florida a little off guard, usually expecting more rainy Guerin, who've had a lot of starts. Let's see what
this is with the first pitch. As Olivia Elliott, the right fielder, leads off for the Bulls. Elliott batted 6 times in the extra inning game against Auburn yesterday, and it was 1 for 6. We got a 3-ball no strike count. Whacked down the left field side, it slices foul.
Watching the matchup yesterday between these teams, where each team just kept coming at the other team, throwing punches, a lot of hits. Having these outs, especially when you get to full count. Here, Tresvik gives in.
Back to the circle today, which didn't really do that yesterday, that extreme. That's bunted to third base. And
compared to this year, the runs are up, slugging percentage is up, the home runs are up, the RBI. And to do that, yes, you do more than the short game, there's no doubt. And that clutch hitting, timely hitting has been key.
The ball's whacked towards right center field. That'll be deep enough to get the run home. Throw comes in.
Arsenal. And everything they had in their arsenal, Josie Foreman, it was near the strike zone. She deposited it over the fence. When you got a hitter in a zone like that, I mean, that was a wise decision from Auburn from that point on to not pitch to her.
She held up. It was out of the zone. And a 2-2 pitch. That is fair, past third, down the line. Whoa, we're saying foul. 3-2 pitch. Off speed, taken for strike 3, and Tresvik breaks that out at 57 miles per hour and gets her first strikeout. Two hits for Roach against South Florida yesterday. One of those was a triple. Roach, base hit left field. Like also homered in the earlier game against Robert Morse. So she's homered in back-to-back games. The first time since May 19th and 20th, 2 years ago, 2023, when she was at Maryland.
I mean, she has 3 of her 5. She has moved up in the lineup this game for that reason. I mean, she's been in the 7th spot of the lineup, been very productive. And
that is ball 4 outside, a 5-pitch walk. So Belle Sarja.
And sometimes that can do you good, so to speak, as a hitter, give you a new look.
In the air out to right field, battling the sun is Elliott, tagging from second. Roach headed for third. The throw skips by late in the earlier game today. After starting yesterday's game against USF, ground ball towards third. That's off the glove of Brooks, trickles into left field. 1 run's in. The stop sign was almost run through by Lessman.
And the minute it tips off a glove, that's going to mean more base runners can keep moving up. We've seen the big home run. That's why they've been able to put up some really crooked numbers in innings. They've got a chance to do that in this inning as well.
Abby Smith came up 3 times in the win over RMU and lays down a safety squeeze here. The runner from third not going. They get out at first base. It'll be a bunt base hit for Smith, but Lessman surveyed that, elected not to. Peralta out towards deep right center field. That ball just keeps carrying. Catch made. Lead 2 runners tag. Throw coming towards second. Lessman scores. Looking hard at first base was Smith. She came up looking to throw at a pitch that was close to the strike zone. Let's call the ball right back up the middle. It knocks down Sarja. It's gathered by the shortstop, and the throw by the bottom of the second. Again, it's an elimination game. Winner faces Florida State tomorrow in the regional final, needing to beat the Noles twice to win the regional. The loser's season comes to an end.
Making changes when necessary. You just do everything you can to win this game now.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Rose Roach throws out Rivera. The catching in this one for USF. Next pitch from Trusvik will be her 30th so far in the game with. And that hit her. Or did she stick the knee out? And apparently, plate umpire Jim Cooper's like, nope, I got to get a look at that.
Yeah, there was a no-doubter. Get hit and have to stay in the box because she has been leaning that elbow out over the plate. Not this time.
Ground ball sharply hit, backhand. Peralta out at second to first. The ball gets away and almost hit the umpire there. Jason Smith and down
quickly, and Roach tries to get rid of it quickly. There was a little bit of
sliding into second base was interference. Therefore, there will be another out at first base. The call has been changed. This is Auburn's first challenge.
All right, KK McCrary with a couple of strikes. That's chased by McCrary. We'll throw down to first base by Ortiz Martinez. And a strikeout to
Dixon.
Moeller sends the first ball in the air to left field. And right there's Alex Wilkes for round number 2. 4 pitch. Roach sends that to left. Wilkes back over her head and Bounces once up against the fence. Throws coming into second, but standing there is Roach with a double. And for Rose Roach.
Opposite field throws Roach. Gets her hips open early, but keeps her hands back late. And shows you she has enough power, enough pop left in that bat of Wilkes for the double.
Bounced up there, throw going to third, and in safely with the head first slide is Rose Roach.
And that's what it takes. Great slide as well, going to the back side of the base with her right hand, making distance to tag her out.
Ooh, nicely scooped. Rivera throws her out to win the inning. That ball did not take the hop she was anticipating, but she hung with it, and that saved a run right there, throwing out Leck. A little bit high for ball four. That's 5-pitch walk to Brooks.
Well, and interesting here, South Florida kind of going, especially the bottom of the order, going away from their short game plan. That's typically what they're going to do in this situation.
Well, that'll do the job for him there. A wild pitch.
She can use the short game. We saw her hit a home run yesterday. That's not typical, but sees a lot of pitches. Doing what it takes to turn the lineup over.
Hits that hard up the middle into center field. Brooks will be stopped at third. As
Abby Smith, who's ready to come up throwing to home, but
Elliott walked and scored in the first inning. That's by Lisenby. It will advance the trail runner.
No, that would be an NCAA. You wouldn't be able to host an NCAA regional. You know,
for safety and other reasons.
Has to be padded. Yeah, everything has to be padded.
And that's up the middle, base hit, and may tie the game. Here comes the trailing runner. Throw, home collision. Kathy Garcia Soto taps the plate with her bare hand. Both players appear to be all right.
You don't see this every day, but a good at bat from Elliott to flare to the, actually pulls it a little bit and hits it up the middle. And Abby Smith comes up throwing. We saw her throw a runner out at the plate earlier today, but the ball takes Lisenby back toward right when the runner comes. You see the ball takes her up the line. Garcia Soto had already made up her mind to go to the back side of the plate. She actually had the front side of the plate open, but she was already into her slide. Glad to see both players are.
Gets the bunt down. Throw goes to first base from Rollers, and I wonder if most teams practice bunting 150 times a year, much less in one practice these days.
It's a lost art.
It is.
I tell you what, it's a lost art.
Wilkes sac fly. Back in the first, accounted for their first run. That's foul, skipping past the third base back. Here's Wilkes at the plate. She has a team-high 65 hits this year. 59 runs knocked in as well. Pull that down the left field side, foul.
Well, going back to the bunt, and I will not get on a soapbox, but
0-2 pitch taken for strike three, and after that quick trip to the circle by after she hit her second two-run homer of the game against Auburn yesterday, which was off of Guerin. Guerin pitched very carefully, if not around Foreman, remainder of the game. Line into left for a base hit. Foreman knocks in Elliott, and USF down 3-1 when the inning began. And one walk in the inning, a sac bunt. USF has 4 runs in this game on only 3 hits. Got in on the fist, hit in the air to shallow left. McCrary calls off. Tresvik fly to right, her first time up. And Tresvik pulled off on that one, took a vicious rip, and swings and strikes out.
That is not the case. You may need to start a little sooner and not swing harder.
First pitch swinging, Lisenby pops it up to the right side, and the first baseman Nelson squeezes that, so that's 2 quick outs. Quickly set down the first 2, now battles Smith, and another 2-2s, chopped to the right. Ooh, side, that came up, safe at first.
Takes a crazy hop, the ball's got top spin on it.
I mean, you have no margin for error with her running. You have to field it cleanly and get it as quickly as you can to the base, or else she's going to beat it out, and that's going to extend the inning with another base hit. This one from Peralta and all the way to third base without any.
Just hit right up the middle. Dixon really protects herself. Look at this effort from Garcia. They've scored.
A chopper to short, charged and gathered, and the throw from Rivera is on target to retire the side. So, yeah, it looked like she went around, and that is confirmed on the appeal down to Jason Smith at first. 1-2 pitch. Right back off speed, a wave and a miss.
Working from ahead.
1-2 pitch. Wave and a miss, and that's just the second clean 3 up, 3 down.
Sun going down, but it's just, it's comfortable.
KK chops it towards short. Rivera's been busy.
Short stay for her yesterday, but she has been much more in control, throwing, working from ahead. Haven't seen that tonight. It's been a good adjustment, working the corners.
Tough on those left-handed hitters as she gets rollers on strikes.
And then you can go to Peyton Dixon from the left side, already a different look. She's hitting in the 7 spot. A little bit of an up and down season for her. You're thinking more of the top part of the order with Auburn, but as this regional has progressed, she's one I would be circling, and this is a big moment in this game because of her ability to hit the long ball and a runner at first.
Lex sends it to right center field. That's down. Roach motors for third. The throw going into second base. Fifth 2-out hit today for the Tigers. Look for another one here from Isis Tresvik. And maybe that's it right there. Base hit right field. Tresvik's first hit of the regional ties the game at 4. Chopped out to Rivera at shortstop. The shovel to second. And the force out there retires the side, but Auburn ties it on the Tresvik. Big 3-2 pitch coming to Garcia. Soto leading off the inning. Earns her way on with a base hit into center field. She's reached both times. A walk and a single. She bunts. It's picked up by Adams, and the throw to first. Galligani jammed and just floats it just out of reach of Rose Roach into right.
Long, past the bat, hit gap to gap, find a way on base. Single here, she gets jammed up a little bit, but gets enough of the barrel on the ball that it just...
Third hit for Galligani against the Tigers in this regional. Brought in a run with a sac fly in the first. Called out on strikes last time up. That's popped up on the infield.
Not let it be Josie Foreman.
Let's see if USF can do the same. Bases loaded, 2 outs here. 4-4 game, an elimination contest. First pitch swinging, fouled back. came into this regional with a 17-game on-base streak. High drama here in this elimination game from Tallahassee. Rivera, it looks playable on the infield near the line. It foul ground, it drops.
A lot of the off-speed, so much spin on her off-speed ball. She's been able to tuck that curve ball down and in to right-handed batters.
On the infield, Peralta wants it and makes the catch. They finally retire her. As a sac fly and an RBI back in the second. 1 for 2 and puts this in the air to center field. Retreating back, nicely read. Put on the ground towards deep short. Long throw. Rivera gets her. And is not allowed to run. It's to right field. It's going to drop near the line. With her work today, she's thrown 200 pitches these first 2 days. And we'll add on to that with number 201, and now there is the bunt. That's scooped up in the throw. Garcia Soto hits a high pop-up on the infield right side and just onto the outfield grass. Roach makes the catch. And
we're in the elimination game. I mean, this is the season.
Puts that in the air to center field. To her right, Gallegani. Out to second base. Charge down to one knee and use a timeout to talk about things. And apparently. Sharply hit, but fielded by Nelson. And
South Florida, an opportunity here to walk it off.
It's out to right center field, and calling for that is the center fielder, Abby Smith. There's been an occasional hard hit ball, but like that one there towards center field, but it's going to stay in the park and be run down. Further argument from Coach Erickson. Popped up, and the catcher, Lizaby, makes the catch. A 6-pitch inning for Guerin, and for the second time in 2 days. Leck's been a big part of that. She swings, and there's a base hit into left field. Wilkes will play it in. 1-1 to Tresvik. It's into shallow right field, and Elliott trots in a few steps with an RBI. And she has another one here. We do have a force out at second, but
Amelia Leck now out of the game.
Bunt laid down, throw to first, not in time. Peralta up the middle. Martin scores, she'll be stopped. The throw comes to the plate. Yesterday, both teams scored a run in the 8th and it went to the 9th. So if you're the Tigers, you're thinking you need to add on here, and they will. Adams chases in one, and the second coming home, safe.
By Abby Smith, Annalie Adams coming through in the clutch all season for Auburn. Take a look at this slide. Waits till she's behind. Actually go into the dirt, reaches in with that hand, gets the back part of the plate. You're not going to.
Got jammed up again, and it's a pop-up to third base. It's caught by Dania Brooks.
Not afraid to go inside. I love that about the young freshman in the circle.
She threw 4 scoreless innings against Auburn in the extra inning game yesterday. That's just freshman outstanding pitching. Long comes in, gets the strikeout to win the inning, but this runner to have a chance and bring the tying run to the plate. Ana Rivera's up. Third homer for Foreman in this regional. See if that's going to stay in play. It will. Sliding attempt by Roach that time, and she got a glove on it. Just couldn't finish the catch. It was a heck of an effort, and she paid the price for it physically. Play here. Yeah, tough from that angle, but I don't think she got a glove on it, as you said. She gets a hand as she heads back to her second base position.
Fully committed, just couldn't come up with a catch.
And strike three on the inside corner to Rivera. Camila Ortiz Martinez, whose grand slam against Auburn was a huge play, and this time she lines it right at the shortstop. Bounce back towards Peralta. The throw to first in time. And the Auburn Tigers are headed for a rematch of a regional final from last year. They're in the 2025 Tallahassee Regional Final.
S.J. Guerin was lights out today, and once that Auburn offense caught fire, they did not look back. Another extra inning game here.
Noon Eastern time tomorrow, they will take on Auburn. Auburn needing to win twice to win this regional. Florida State needing just